What's going on? It's your boy Aeolian Dominant, aka AD, and I'm here to give y'all my first impressions of NBA 2K16. I've had it for about a day, and I put in, I don't know, maybe 8-9 hours or so. In the presentation off jump, I like it. It looks good to me. Nice home screen, relatively straightforward and simple. Get you where you need to go. And then they got the My TV. Not really a big fan of that, but hey, it is what it is. They got that automatically playing in the main window. When you get to the actual game, the intros look good on all the players. Not anything too different from the previous years as far as what I can see. Nothing too different, but that looks good as well. Something interesting that they added that I really do like are the mid-game little studio interviews that they do. I really like that. That's realistic, just like you watching it on TV or something like that. I really appreciate the little intricacies and details that they put into that. The graphics look pretty good on those interviews. I know like at the press conferences from the past games, it looks horrible. Even in this game, they're not too great, but better than before. But the mid-game studio interviews that they have, the players look pretty decent. Then you got the halftime show with Ernie, Shaq, and Kenny. Sucks they ain't got Charles on there, but it's all good. It is what it is. I like that as well. And then the post-game show is pretty good as well. I like the way they really have it streamlined to make it a more immersive experience for the player and anybody that's watching somebody else play. It really makes it more streamlined and go along more so with what actually you see on TV. So that's very nice. Graphics look pretty good. There's some players that don't look that great, but overall we'll have to say it's a, general 2K improvement. It's nothing out of this world or too amazing, but definitely not bad by any means. Now, as far as the gameplay is concerned, from the intro game with the Warriors and Cavaliers, I picked the Cavs just because. And the first thing I noticed was how unique each one of the players felt to me. When I used LeBron, he started off kind of slow. Like, he seemed like a slow built tank, but once he gets those first two steps, there ain't no stopping him. And then he had a little bit of quickness here and there, but it really felt like while controlling the player, it really felt like I was controlling LeBron. And that really highlighted the difference when I passed the ball to Kyrie Irving and he moved so quick. I mean, I just felt unstoppable with him. The crossover was nothing. Get to the paint was nothing. Like, it really felt like Kyrie, and I was just surprised at the difference I felt between those two players. And I really can appreciate that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but in the previous games, the players didn't feel too different. A center, they'll feel somewhat slower than a point guard and a shooting guard. But in this game, it's a very drastic difference. It's a real big difference. Ain't no hawking down people with centers in this game, from what I've seen so far. So somebody might have some examples out there, but so far in my playing, I haven't seen anything out there like that. And with that unique feel, it really makes the game feel special so far. And it also makes scoring feel more rewarding, because it feels like it's a little bit more difficult, like you really have to know who you're playing with in order to maximize their potential. So for me, every time I score, it felt like I really had to work for it. Now that may be because I play on Hall of Fame, and Hall of Fame can get that cheese going, but it really felt rewarding. Every single bucket, every assist, everything just felt real good. Also, to me, in this 2K, it seems like it's less room for error, man. You try to pull a dribbling move with somebody you ain't got no business trying to pull that move with, it ain't flying. You try to do a crossover or a spin, with somebody you ain't got no business doing it with, you getting ripped off jump. Try to do a crossover out of place, think you just about to blow by somebody, then that ain't a go. It ain't gonna work for you. Cross court passes, I was getting picked off left and right, man. It just, when you threw a bad pass, best believe you gonna pay for it. So I do appreciate that. In this game, it seems like people with more skill and that put in more work really is going to show a big difference, more so in this 2K than any other 2K that I can remember. Maybe one of the earlier versions had, something quite as rewarding, but in this one, it really feels like if you know what you're doing, you're going to punish anybody that's new coming in trying to play with you. Another thing that coincides with the unique feeling of each character is the customizable options that you have for them. We've always had a decent amount of customization in 2K, but the amount of hesitations, ISOs, and size ups that I saw available, I was like, wow, man, this is a lot. I think it was like just behind the backs alone, there was like 132 different, options, or that may have been the ISO hesitation. Not sure which one, but it was crazy. It was way more than what I was gonna go through. I wasn't about to go through that whole list. I went through about 15, 20 on found something that I like and put them on my character. So I do like that, the fact that you can really make your player unique. And overall, man, I think 2K is looking good so far. Now, of course, I ain't really seen too much cheese yet, but somebody gonna find something crazy in the game, and that's when we really gonna see what the truth is. Everybody think the game good at the beginning, but we gonna see. Give it a few weeks, maybe a few days, but we'll really be able to judge how this 2K stacks up against all the rest. Anyways, down in the comment section below, let me know how you feel about NBA 2K16 so far. And as for now, it's been your boy AD, signing out.